The Mail Tribune, columnist for a day. Ron showed me I didn't have to be afraid. By R.S. Hunter, published Sunday, May 26, 2019. Ron's eyes told the story. I had a slight tremor in my left hand for months, and it was time for me to find a neurologist to try and help me solve this mystery of my independent thinking appendage. After a quick examination, a doctor looked at me and my wife Carrie, and with a confident demeanor confirmed what I already knew. I had Parkinson's. My world would never be the same. My inner core had been shaken off of its foundation. Pun intended. I had Parkinson's, and there was nothing I could do about it. The doctor's words faded into a dull hum as my brain went into survival mode. I was engulfed in the first of 5 stages of coping in grief, my body going numb, my facial expression lifeless. I was glad to hear that the disease wouldn't kill me. I would die with Parkinson's, not from it. A plan of action was put into place and follow-up visits scheduled. Still, I had to navigate those grief stages and try and do so quickly. I soared through the denial, anger, bargaining, and depression stages, landing solidly in the realm of acceptance. This final stage will guide me through life and, as it turns out, help me become a support group facilitator. I didn't see that one coming. Attending our church was a couple touched by Parkinson's. Lynn was the caregiver for Ron, her husband, who had this affliction for more than 12 years. Ron suffered with all of the classic symptoms, and it was due to those visible manifestations that my own insecurity went into overdrive. I tried to keep my distance from Ron for fear of looking into the face of my own future. I still had some growing up to do. One Sunday, Carrie walked Lynn and Ron over to me for a formal introduction. The moment I took Ron's shaky hand into mine, I knew that this journey would not be the end of me. Instead, it was a door of opportunity being thrust open, waiting for me to venture inside. When I started my support group, Ron and Lynn were the first to sign up. Ron spoke with a heavy slur, yet I understood what he wanted to say. I laughed at his jokes, and he laughed at mine. We became friends. Every time Ron left one of our meetings, he would walk out of the door with a big smile on his face and a skip to his step. Ron loved the fellowship, along with the snacks Carrie baked. Now that I am a little wiser about all things PD, I realize that Ron's journey was not necessarily the same as mine. People with Parkinson's may share symptoms, but they manifest differently in each of us. Thanks to Ron, I can boldly look into my future and not be afraid or concerned, just cautious. Sadly, Ron left us on March 4th, just a few hours after Carrie and I visited him. He was experiencing PD-related complications and is now looking down at us and all those he touched. There were many. If you knew Ron, then you knew the man who never gave up. His eyes told the story. If you or someone you know has PD, my support group is held at Pioneer Village, 805 North 5th Street, Jacksonville, Oregon, at 2 p.m. on the 3rd Thursday of the month. It is available to all at no charge.